Hey everybody, Zero here. I apologize for two reasons. Number one, I have to be kind of quiet because people are sleeping. And number two, I don't know if you can hear it or not. I won't know until after I go back and play this video, but there's like a dishwasher going in the background, so there might be like a rumbling sound this whole video. So hopefully you can hear me, but I had a question because this has been bugging me for a while now. You know how there are different cliques or stereotypes or subcultures, whatever you want to call them? Like if you say the word jock, people immediately think, it might not be a true stereotype or an accurate stereotype, but at least there's something that you think of. So, yeah, sure, now it goes quiet. So if you were to go to like Google and type that in, and then go to images, you would get a whole bunch of pictures of what most people think that a jock looks like. Okay, so I had a look before that I can't really do anymore because I work, but you'll see it if you watch any of my way earlier YouTube videos, or if you look at a lot of the albums on my MySpace page. And I don't know what it's called. I don't know what to call it, and it's got to have a name because I can't be the only person that looks or looked this way. But people always used to call me a goth, and that is not accurate because if you type in goth on Google and do an image search, or you look it up on Wikipedia, what you're going to see is people with painted white skin, with dyed black hair, wearing all black Victorian clothing, and that is what they call goth. Just the black and the white and the Victorian influence. So that's not what I looked like. So then I thought, well, maybe it's more of a punk kind of thing. So you type in punk and you look that up. But then you get people with mohawks and studded belts and leather jackets and, ripped up tight pants. And that's more of like an 80s thing. So that's not me either. So then I thought, well, maybe nowadays I've been seeing these kids in like high school that, they have like piercings and colored hair, and they're called scene kids. So I typed in scene. But it's not scene either, because all the scene kids have like the whooshed over emo bangs, and their hair is dyed like, pink or blue, like pretty colors, and they wear like really small, tight clothing, like tight pants and small shirts, and that's not me either. So it's not punk, it's not emo, it's not scene, it's not goth. So then finally I tried skater, because I figured, maybe it's like a skaterish punk kind of thing. Skaters, all it comes up with is blue jeans, skate shoes, maybe a beanie, and like shaggy hair, and like a t-shirt. Well, that's not it either. So my question to you guys is, if you look at my older videos when I'm at MCC and I have like the colored yarn braids in my hair, and where you look on my MySpace page where there's albums of me, what would you guys call it? Because there has to be a name for this. Facial piercings, stretched ears, an undercut hairstyle where it's shaved up to a certain point and then the top is long, hair dyed maybe like black with like red streaks, for the most part like black t-shirts with like bands on them or whatever, jewelry, like silver jewelry, like spike collars and bracelets and stuff. Trip pants is a big part of it, which is kind of where like the goth people said goth in the beginning, but that's not really accurate. Trip pants, which are usually black with like bright colored accents on them, and like straps and chains and stuff like that. And then boots, and occasionally I had, the yarn braids in. So just like weird stuff, like makeup, black eyeliner, like red under the eyes, piercings, facial piercings, stretched ears, weird hair, uh, you know, um, tattoos, um, that kind of thing. And the only thing I can come up with is freak, because it's not quite goth, but it's not punk, it's not skater, so freak is the only thing I can come up with. But there is, if you type in freak on Google and image search it, you don't get any pictures of people like that. Maybe because it's too vague of a word, um, but Wikipedia has an article for each of the different subcultures I talked about, like, prep, jock, skater, punk. Um, all of those different ones have their own page, but there's not one for freak. Um, the closest I got was, it was like rivet head or metalhead or something, and that had like people with undercuts and wearing all black and stuff. But then it started to lean more towards like people shaving their heads and wearing leather jackets and 80s type stuff. So still not right. But what would you call a band like Wednesday 13, which is kind of a goth band, I guess you would say, or Dope, even, who don't wear all black. Edsel wears like a white wife beater most of the time, and just baggy pants, and a red bandana, and dreadlocks. Like, what do you call just like all that weird, creepy, scary stuff that I used to wear? What culture, what subcategory, what stereotype do you call that nowadays? Because I can't think of it. And it's not really important. I just kind of am wondering because it's bothering me. And also I want to like find out if there is an actual name for it. I want to type it in on Google and see what kind of images come up and see if any of the people kind of look like me or how I did look. So if anybody knows, if anybody happens to know what the new terminology for that is, because I'm out of school now. I'm not in high school or even college anymore, so I don't know what the kids nowadays are calling stuff. So if there's like a term out there for it and that I just don't know, then please inform me, because it's really bugging me. So just wanted to ask you guys that, and I'll see you when I make my next unboxing video.